Hi, my name is Nenad Stefanovski and welcome to another episode of Around the Cup in 90 days. In the first half, we'll be discussing Netherlands' likely tactics and lineup at the upcoming World Cup. And in the second half, we'll be discussing the biggest surprise runs of all time. The Netherlands are known as the pioneers of total football, which is very evident in Louis van Gaal's tactics. He likes fullbacks that can pass and strikers that are always involved in the build-up play. His favorite formation used to be the 4-3-3, but he is slowly switching to a 3-5-2 or a 3-4-3. This depends on whether they want to have numerical superiority in the midfield or if they want to break on the counter and create numerical superiority on the wings. They like to do this often because it allows them to create chances from the half spaces, one of the most dangerous spots on the football pitch. Louis van Gaal views entertaining as his moral duty and he is known for giving youngsters a chance, so be sure you're going to see a lot of young players featuring in the World Cup. It's very tough to predict the starting lineups, particularly given that there's half a season to play until the World Cup, but this here is our choice of Netherlands' most likely starting 11. Our first choice of the biggest surprise runs here at Around the Cup is Bulgaria in 1994. They lost their first game to Nigeria from a score of 3-0, but then bounced back to thrash Greece 4-0. They then went on to beat Argentina in their third group stage match by a score of 2-0. They then had to face Mexico in the round of 16, which they beat on penalties, before going on to the quarterfinals, beating Germany 2-1 despite being 1-0 down. Two quick goals in the 75th and 78th minute brought the victory for Bulgaria, which progressed them to the semi-finals where they unfortunately lost to Italy. Nonetheless, this marks a very, very impressive run for a country that no one even thought would make it out of the groups that year. Our second pick here at Around the Cup for biggest surprise runs at World Cups is Costa Rica in 2014. They were placed in a group with three previous World Cup champions and they finished first. They beat Italy and Uruguay and they drew England in their last group stage match. They conquered Greece in the round of 16 on penalties before unfortunately losing to Netherlands on penalties in the quarterfinals. However, the Netherlands went on to be third at that World Cup, and this impressive feat for Costa Rica took them from 28th in FIFA's rankings to 16th. And our final pick here for the biggest surprise runs at World Cups is Croatia in the 2018 World Cup. It is true that their 98 campaign had much more difficult opponents and they did make the semi-finals. However, in 2018, they actually made it to the finals. They took 9 points from 9 in the group stages, including a 3-0 victory over Argentina, who were the previous World Cup's runner-up. They went on to beat both Denmark and Russia on penalties before beating England 2-1 in the semi-finals. Unfortunately, they went on to lose 4-2 from France, but this is a very impressive feat for a country that has a population of just over 4 million. Thank you for watching another episode of Around the Cup in 90 days. Please follow us for more daily info on the World Cup. See you soon!